it's me SB. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a custom pin out of polymer clay. Alright guys, this experiment didn't work. I tried using these Dollar Tree pins and yeah, they melted and they got all funky, which you'll see. I'm going to speed up this video pretty quickly because it was a fail. They did come out cute, but I wound up having to actually make the base or the pin cover from scratch, and I did film some other ways of doing it afterwards, and it worked, but it didn't work because they still kind of melted and it still didn't work. So my conclusion was that you cannot use these jot pins from the Dollar Tree. You have to use another type of pin that is round, and I think they're the Bic type. In some of the clips later on, I am using the Papermate ones and a pin that I got from the Embassy Suites. You know, you always get free pins from hotels and stuff. So hopefully it works out, which I think it does, because right now they're baking and I just now got finished filming that part of the video, but I wanted to post this fail and my experiments with it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you have any other tips and tricks for this type of project. And yeah, I'll see you at the end. Okay, so this is where I decided just to make my base from scratch. I'm using some kitchen skewers that I had lying around and my Sculpey original. In hindsight, I probably should have made these a little thinner and maybe found a thicker skewer to use because the polymer clay did wind up shrinking. Initially, what I did was I made my bases first and then baked them, and this one's the one that I did not bake and just baked everything together along with my canes that I'm adding here. You'll see the baked ones here, and inserting them, they did crack a little bit. So yeah, if you wind up doing it like this, just know that you might have to get some thicker skewers. Alright, and we're done. So here are my polymer clay customized pin covers. I probably could have done better, to tell you the truth, but I mean, for what it is, I think they came out pretty dang good. And if you're better at polymer clay than I am, yours will probably come out way better. Yay, started the new video. You get 2 videos in one. So I decided to try this again with these types of pins that you see on the left hand side, and I think it's going to be a lot better. In my opinion, I think it will come out better because it does, I already know. So here's the type of pin that I am using. It is a paper mate pin, and I think these work a little better simply because of the plastic that they're made out of. There's the innards of the jot pin. You know, I messed up so many of them. But yeah, we're not going to make those just yet. I am just going to go ahead and make a design and place it onto that pin there. You're not going to be able to use the lids. So here's all of my polymer clay. I wind up only using a few colors of these, but yeah, you get the idea. So the polymer clay that I used is Sculpey Original, which is the beige color, and Premo. And all I did is I just randomly put them on there and ran it through my pasta machine. And the pasta machine was set on a setting 3, which is pretty thin. I didn't want to make it too thick the way I did before because it did cause some problems with it not baking all the way. And I found that this way it baked a lot faster. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this sheet onto my pin. But first I am going to place a little bit of a bacon bond on there. And this isn't necessary, but this does help the polymer clay stick, because it does stick on its own as long as it, you know, you use a kind of a sticky clay. But otherwise, yeah, it works without it if you don't have it. So the idea here is that you want to just have one layer of your polymer clay, and you are going to roll it on there. And all I do is I take my blade just to help it along. And since I have the bacon bond on there, it should stick pretty easily. And you also don't want to have any air bubbles whatsoever. So you just kind of want to, you know, put a little bit of pressure on there, smooth it down, stick it on there really good. And then once you get it, make a slight crease so you can see, and then cut it. And then you're just going to do a lot of smoothing and a lot of popping of your bubbles and all that good stuff. So right here, all I took was some red clay, and I had some leftovers of a design that I made previously for another project, and I decided just to cut it up and place it on top of the red, and I liked the way it came out. So there it is, you know, using up my scraps. So here it is. I'm gonna use the pin that I got from the NBC Suites. You know, you can use these pins, and I'm just gonna take out the innards, and the concept is the same thing, only right here I decide not to use any bacon bond just to see if it's gonna work, and it does wind up working. Yeah, so yeah, it's the same thing. Alright, so now I'm ready to bake these. I am going to put them in my oven at 215 degrees for 15 minutes. And here they are, all finished and baked and not melted, which is awesome. So I'm just going to place my innards back in there. And yeah, I had to use a tool to get them back in there because I think the polymer clay did make it a little bit tighter, but nothing to worry about. And I did mess up this one at the tip a little bit because I could not get it back in without squeezing super hard. But it's all done. I'm excited that it worked, and it doesn't look crazy huge and weird like the other ones did, but they were cute. I liked them. They came out really cute. So the next step that you would do here is just to grab some fine grit sandpaper and sand it all down, make it look really pretty, because I'm going to show you some here in a minute that I did that with. I didn't bake them long enough because they were too thick, and I used the Jot brand pins, but they came out pretty good. They are a little more sensitive to like nicks and whatnot, but they came out pretty good other than that. I'm just not that good at doing polymer clay. As you can see, it's very bumpy. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video was informative and it gave you a little inspiration to try it. Let me know down in the comments if you do try it and your tips and tricks for this little project. I'll see you on the next video. Bye! That broken pin won't stop me. Oh, I just broke it.